Once upon a time, there was an emperor of China. He was good and kind and a good leader of his country. Whenever he wasn't busy running his country, he liked to walk through his garden. It was a beautiful garden full of wonderful birds and every kind of flower you can imagine. But one day, as the emperor was walking in his garden, he thought perhaps it was time for him to select someone who one day would take his place on the throne. He has no family of his own.
How can I select a new emperor? Someone who is willing to serve the people. Someone who is smart and brave. Someone who can make the right decision even though it may not be a popular one.
He reached to take a dying flower off the vine. When several seeds fell into his hand, suddenly he had an idea.
He wrote a decree that was sent to all over the provinces. The decree read, "The emperor is looking for someone to take his place as ruler of the great land of China. The child who can grow the most beautiful plants from the seeds of the royal garden shall take his royal majesty's place." Ming was a young girl who lived in a faraway province. She was a wonderful gardener. It seemed everything she tried to grow flourished. So she asked her parents if she could go to the palace. Her father looked at his daughter.
"Daughter, this is a huge undertaking. You must promise to do your best." "Oh, yes, Father. I will do my very best."
So Ming went to the royal palace. She was surprised to see all the other children who was already there. She waited anxiously until the emperor walked out onto the patio of his high window. The emperor was an old man with long white hair braided down his back. His white beard reached down to his waist. He was wearing a purple robe with long full sleeves. Ming and others bowed low until the emperor spoke.
"My children, I am so happy to see many of you today. I must choose my successor wisely. That is why I am having a contest. Whoever can take the seeds from the royal garden and grow the most beautiful flowers will be the next ruler of the great land of China. In 6 months, you are to return with your pots and flowers grown from these seeds. Are you ready?"
The children clapped politely and again bowed their heads.
"Very well. Guards, you may disperse the seeds."
The guards went to each child and handed them a little sack filled with seeds. When Ming received her pouch, she bowed to the guard and thanked him. Then the children went back to their homes.
Ming was so excited when she got back home. She told her family about the emperor, the palace, and the sea. Her parents looked at their daughter.
"I am very proud of you, daughter. You have taken the first step." "Now simply prepare the soil so you can plant the seeds."
After finding a big pot, Ming prepared the soil. She wondered what kind of plant would grow. Would it be tall or short, lot of green leaves, red, yellow, or blue flowers? Each day she went out to tend the pot, making sure it had just enough and not too much water. Each day she anxiously awaited the first sign of plant picking through the soil. Each day she waited and waited, and nothing grew. Ming felt panic in her heart.
"Father, what should I do?" "Try putting it in another pot.
plant did not grow. She tried putting in the sun and in the shade. Nothing. Time came for the children to return to the palace.
Oh, disgrace the family. Nothing grew. Ming, did you do your best? Yes, Mother, I did. Then you must return to the palace. You honor your family by trying your best. It won't be easy, but you need to finish what we have started.
Ming sadly got a cart and put her pot with no flowers into it and started on her journey back to the palace. As she got closer to the palace gate, she could see other boys and girls proudly bringing their pots filled with gorgeous flowers. When they looked at Ming's empty pot, they began to laugh. Ming's heart was as heavy as she entered the royal garden. She found a place in the back where she hoped the emperor would not see her. This time, the emperor came out the door and began walking down the rows of flowers. Every once in a while, he looked at a plant and smiled. Finally, he came to Ming. There was no smile on his face.
Who are you and what is this?
Ming's eyes filled with tears, but she held them back as she said,
Your Majesty, my name is Ming. You gave me the seed. I am honored that you gave me the seed from the royal garden to grow. I tried my best, but it did not grow. I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
With that, the emperor walked back into the palace, and seconds later, he was at the high window. He looked out at all the children and the plants.
Today I have found a child who will one day rule China. There is only one of you who did as I asked, to plant the seeds I gave you. I don't know where the rest of you found the seeds to grow such beautiful plants, but it was not from the royal garden. For you see, I had my gardeners bake the plants until they would not grow. Only one child among you came with truth, honesty, perseverance, and integrity growing in her pot. And that young woman, the next emperor of China, is Ming!
Ming looked up in surprise as she saw the emperor smiling and gesturing toward her.
And so it was. Ming and her family came to live at the palace. When she was old enough and educated enough, she became the emperor of China. They say that she ruled well, and China prospered just like the flowers she grew in the royal garden. The end.